Hey, everybody, Ray here from Chaos.Coach. Listen, I had a couple of coaching calls this morning with a few clients, and there was a common theme that came up. We talked a lot about skills. We talked a lot about entrepreneurial skills, leadership skills, sales skills, the skills that it takes to actually create, build, and scale a business. But one of the things that came up was, hey, Ray, these skills that you're doing or the skills that you're teaching, I just don't have the energy for them. I don't have, I'm so busy. I'm doing 57,000 things and going in 10,000 different directions. I don't have the time or I don't have the energy, for those things, or to take the time to actually develop those skills. Well, here's the problem. And the problem is, it isn't your skills at all. You'll learn those. We'll get those knocked out. You'll learn them. We'll get them done. We'll get your business structured up. We'll get the systems. We'll get the processes, right? We'll get the people. You'll learn the philosophies, all that good stuff. What you're missing is your power and capacity. What you're missing is you don't have the capacity or you don't have the energy that it takes to be a successful entrepreneur and build your business. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, think about yourself, your body, think about your mind, your body, your soul. Think about your being as a battery, right? And a battery does what? It has energy. It stores energy, right? And that battery also has a capacity. So you've got stored energy, but you only have enough stored energy that creates a certain amount of capacity, right? So you have a 9-volt battery and it has enough energy in it to run certain things. Can you start a car on a 9-volt battery? The answer is no, right? Can you start a car with a D-cell battery? Right? The answer is no, right? They don't have the capacity. So although the battery may be charged to full, right, and have full power, it lacks the capacity to do that bigger job, right? Well, there's my microphone. It's fading in with my virtual background. So what happens? Well, what happens is that we run out of energy because we lack the capacity. We run out of energy, right? Our battery runs out long before the work does as an entrepreneur, right? As a business owner. Our battery runs low. So what we have to do is we have to first learn, how do we recharge our battery? How do we charge it? How do we keep it charged? How do we stay in power? How do we stay, with within our power? The next thing we have to do is, how do we increase capacity? What do we do with capacity, right? How do we make it so that this battery, this thing called my being, is big enough and has the capacity, right, to actually run this business, to actually grow this business, to create it, grow it, scale it, build it. I mean, you name it, right? How in the world am I ever going to balance all these things? I need the capacity of a much larger battery, right? So, so what I teach, one of the things I teach is I teach the chaos capacity. I teach, within chaos, is that you have a capacity creator, right? And we work hard in the beginning of our coaching program to not only help you find your capacity creator, what that looks like, but we also work with you to increase your capacity. We work with you to come up with what I call your 9 nukes, right? So that you have nuclear power. But we also, in that process, we find the things, those 9 nukes that help you stay in power, that help energize you, that charge your battery, right? And then, of course, as you keep your battery charged day after day after day, you will automatically increase your capacity. I call that the capacity creator, right? And it's how you stay in power in chaos. In the midst of chaos, how in the world do you hold your energy? How do you stay in power? How do you stay motivated? How do you stay energized? How do you work 18, 20-hour days, right? And still get up the next morning feeling empowered and motivated and inspired and ready to rock and roll? Well, I do this thing called the chaos combo. I teach you how to take your 9 nukes and turn them into a chaos combo, which means that in order to find your capacity, we have to figure out how you're going to execute your 9 nukes on a daily basis, right? So anyway, one of the things that I want to cover, without getting all the details and start teaching the class, is that recognize that as a human being, right, we have a tremendous capacity. But that capacity is only tapped into if we have the right amount of energy in our battery, if we have the right size battery, right? A 9-volt battery does not have the capacity to start a car, right? By the same token, you can take your 9-volt battery, if that's what you have right now, and you can turn it into any size battery you need it to be. right? Through the actions of navigating your power and capacity, right? Identifying your power pyramid and actually working to build a chaos combo. That's it. That's what I got for you today. There is your chaos clip, and I'll see you all soon.